Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out with us right here on the Morning Woodward Show, featured on the Roar 93.5 FM, 99.1 FM, and 94.7 HD2. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We've got a lot to get into today. Good morning, Adam. We've got Sawyer in the booth filling in for Westy. We got Fish in his booth. So can't wait to get these guys' thoughts on everything. Jeff is out sick. Hope you feel better soon, Jeff. But unfortunately, actually, because they lost. We got to get into Pistons, which stinks without Jeff, but here we go. Pistons took on the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, and they could not get it done, losing 114 to 103. Once again, struggling in the second half, even though they were leading in the first by 18 points. One positive for Detroit is that our number one draft pick, Cade Cunningham, had another career-high night with 28 points, collecting his third double-double of the season with 11 rebounds and 5 assists. Adam, your thoughts on Cade Cunningham and the rest of the squad?
Well, before I get to Cade,
okay.
I think we need to acknowledge a consistent trend that's happening with the Detroit Pistons right now. And that's these not only second half collapses, but mainly the fourth quarter. When you score 40 points in the second half and your opponent scores 42 just in the fourth quarter, you're probably going to lose that game. And that's what happened last night. The Pistons were up 16 in the third period, and the fourth quarter is history. They lost by 20 in the fourth. It was unbelievable. I've never seen a team choke and collapse as often on a consistent basis than I've seen the Detroit Pistons do it this year. And you got to look at Dwayne Casey. I know the team is young. I know they're going through their growing pains. But the Oklahoma City Thunder are just as bad, if not a much worse team than you. And for you to be up as much as you were on them at home, to blow that lead, and to only score 40 second half points, I mean, this is why this team has the record it does. And it's why they lose the amount of games that they do. They're averaging about 98, 99 points per game. Now, if you told me they were doing that in the 90s, okay, maybe that's like middle of the pack to average. They're almost bottom of the NBA in terms of scoring points per game, and it's a real concern. This team is blowing leads at a high rate. But you know what? There was a few positives last night. Cade Cunningham dropped 28 points, his, I believe, third double-double of the season. My goodness, how good he looks. And I want to give a special shout-out to Pistons Talk and the trainer of Cade Cunningham. Last night I placed a bet on Cade Cunningham, $200.
Of course you did.
That he would score more than 26 points. It won. And when I screenshot it and I sent it to Pistons Talk, he did share it with Cade's trainer, who got a kick out of it and died laughing. So that was fun fact, fun story from yesterday. But Cade looked good. Jeremy Grant gave you another 20. That's fine. Whatever. Sadiq Bey struggling again, shot less than 33% from the field. Oh, Kennedy. These Pistons are, you got to start asking questions now. Now, again, they're young. You can be ultra patient with a team like this. You see the future. You see where it's going. Cade's a rookie. He's not going to carry this team on his back and lead them to the playoffs, nor do I expect that year one. Having said that, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. And Dwayne Casey needs to answer for this. I'm not saying he needs to get fired, but we need to see change. Look, Pistons are what now? 23 games into the year, they're 4-19. What is the one consistent factor you see night in and night out with this basketball team? They blow leads in the fourth quarter. They don't score enough points in the fourth quarter. They don't play good enough defense in the fourth quarter. Now, is that a rotation issue? Is that a lineup issue going into the fourth? I have so many questions for Dwayne Casey. But he's got to answer for them. And he's got to get better. He's got to be better. This team can't be this hard to watch. You can't go 6, 7, 8-minute stretches playing iso ball, not moving the basketball around, committing stupid offensive turnovers, and allowing teams to just run up the court and get easy buckets. And that's what's happening with this team. It's frustrating to watch. It really is. Why are we always sick, you guys ask? Honestly, it's a great question. I have no idea. It's this time of year. Maybe it's Birmingham. I don't know. All I do know is I'm alive right now. Jeff clearly isn't. So hopefully he comes back tomorrow much better. But look, this team's got to figure out its minutes. Last night they gave Josh Jackson 14. He had 5 fouls. Saban Lee 21 minutes. Frank Jackson 18 minutes. Nobody really contributed and impacted the game in a I want to say a positive way in the second half. Cade had a nice outburst late in the fourth quarter, or I should say midway through the fourth quarter. He had about 5 points. It was a good stretch. He looked real good. They were closing the gap, and then OKC never turned back, and the Pistons missed shots. Saddiq Bey missed shots. Grant missed shots. Even Cade missed shots. And you can't do it like this. You really can't. You can't win basketball games like this in today's NBA. It's already hard enough to win without a star. And, the Pistons have one in Cade. He will be one. That is the most exciting thing I think the Pistons have had in 10 years. Having said that, take a step back. Dwayne Casey, you got to put together a basketball team that can compete and win games. Last year, everybody was all for it. Hey, Saddiq Bey, young. Killian Hayes, young. All for it. Let's tank again. Cool. Let's lose as many games as possible. Hey, we got the #1 pick. Great. Cade Cunningham, everybody. Great pick. Everybody's happy with him. Clap it up. Clap it up. Having said that, you now have Cade Cunningham. Year 2 of Saddiq Bey. Year 2 of Killian Hayes. Year 2 of Beef Stew. You have a veteran in Jeremy Grant. You have a veteran in Josh Jackson. There are pieces there where you shouldn't be a 4-19 basketball team, 2-9 at home. And it's the fourth quarter that's really concerning me. 37 in the first, 26 in the second, 18 in the third, and 22 in the fourth. Can't happen. Can't win basketball games consistently playing that poorly in the fourth quarter. And again, it's way too early. Believe me, I'm on board. I'm all for it. I'm all for this team to have another top 3 pick this year in the draft. All for it. Holmgren, there are great options this year. But it's concerning that the coach is not helping this team close these games. Mm-hmm. You can't just look at Cade and say, Cade, go close us the game. He is a rookie. He needs time. He's developing into his own. He's really growing into himself. And he looks like the best rookie, clearly, in the draft class. No one's playing at the level he is, and I'm all for it. I love it. But Jeremy Grant, what's he giving you in the fourth? He's giving you turnovers and a bunch of missed shots. Somebody needs to step up to the plate. Ideally, it's Cade Cunningham, but you really want to put that responsibility on a rookie. It needs to be more team basketball in the fourth quarter, helping each other get open shots and stepping up to the plate and hitting them. That's what the Oklahoma City Thunder did last night. They hit their shots in the fourth. They were playing team ball. They were passing it around really nice. They were getting cheap, easy, fast break points. And that's what made all the difference last night, Kennedy.
Well, and you know what, Adam? When we drafted Cade Cunningham, we knew that he was a team player. When he came in, he was talking about the team, the Pistons, never me, unlike someone who went number 2. But thanks, Fish. Obviously, the team not really gelling as well as we want them to is going to affect him eventually. What do you see coming of this? Because he is such a team player. He's not interested in being like this star that takes all the shots. But what do you do when you need to be?
Well, look, I think over time Cade will develop into the alpha, and I think he already is the alpha one on this basketball team. I don't think it's Jeremy Grant. I don't think Saddiq Bey is a one. Clearly, Cade Cunningham has all the intangibles of a star, let alone superstar player. He's a baller. The Pistons got something in Cade. Now, how do you build a team around him is the next question, right? You want to surround him with shooters likely because he's so gifted. He can distribute the ball. He can fill up the box score. He can do all of those things. His numbers remind you of a young Luka, a young LeBron. He can grab the boards. He can dish and facilitate. He is, I don't want to say a complete player, but he can become a complete player. He can become what a superstar is, a guy that contributes to his team in multiple facets throughout the game. And look, for me, that's a huge thing, especially for a rookie. And when your rookie is the guy that is taking leadership, taking command of the team, facilitating, accepting responsibility, wins and losses, I'm all for it. But look, no one said this team's going to get into the playoffs. No one said they're going to be contenders. But you just want to see them, Kennedy, win basketball games on a consistent basis. I'm not asking for 40 wins, 50 wins. No. I'm asking for 26, 27, 32 wins at most. That would be very nice. But it's concerning that this basketball team consistently is collapsing in the fourth quarter. And it's not just against good teams where I can justify, hey, this is a young team. They went up against a veteran team. In the fourth quarter, the vets turned it on. They were playing defense. They got hot from the field. That I can absolve them from. But against the Oklahoma City Thunder, to give up 42 points, no. If you're having an off night shooting the basketball, you should at least put in the effort on defense and make them work for it. And last night you didn't see it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Pistons they have the lowest amount of wins in the entire NBA. They've got 4. The next is the Magic with 5. So, RIP, not good. But lots of people in the chat asking about my new car. Shout out Les Sanford. Yes. Sponsor of the Bottom Line. Thank you, Ryan Armani, for helping me out.
Found new roads.
I found new roads. I traded in my Volkswagen Jetta, which I absolutely loved. She was the sports model. She was fast. It was fun.
Man's called a jalopy.
But it wasn't practical for the snow, okay? We were slipping and sliding. I had to get something a little bit smarter, something with all-wheel drive. We went with the Buick Encore. She's nice. She's comfy. So thank you, everyone, for your concerns in the chat about my new car. It's a Buick. It's a Buick. But yes. Love her. She's doing great. Picked her up last night. I named her Snooks. I name all my cars. My last car was Paris, so I'm going with
Snooks.
Ooh,
yeah, like
Paris,
Snooky, because she's kind of short and a little thick. So I went with Snooks. Do you like it? Do you name your cars? I name all
No, I don't name my cars.
You don't name your cars?
No.
Sawyer, does your car have a name?
Yes, we do name our cars.
Whoa.
What's your car's name?
My dad's car that I'm driving right now, the company car is not named because, we got to give it back. Don't want to get attached. But my commander is Cody. Just a little Star Wars reference for you people out there, Commander Cody.
Yeah, I always go with references to...
Fish, do you name your cars? Please don't leave me alone on an island.
No, I agree with you. I don't name my cars.
Thank you, God.
Fish has a Lexus and it's not named?
I just drive it. It's a car.
Thank you.
You drive from place
It's a
to
vehicle.
place.
It's not a friend. It's
It's
not
a
a
vehicle.
companion.
Yes, they are. They
It's a
take care
car.
of you.
They do.
My first
I'll
ever
give you
car was
that.
named Lola. She was also a Volkswagen Jetta. My second car
Not a jalopy?
was the Mini Cooper that Maz sold me. Her
Oh,
name
boy.
was Tiana, like the princess from Princess and the Frog. And then my last car was Paris, like Paris Hilton.
Paris,
and then this
France.
one's Snooks, like Snooki.
Love Paris, France.
You know what? That Volkswagen
got a big
didn't
game
work
today,
out
by
for
the
you
way.
because you named it after Paris Hilton. now it makes sense.
She was cute. She was cute.
She was 30 years ago, before she was born.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Shots.
On that,
Don't sit up here and tell me that you like Paris Hilton.
I love
Who
Paris
does?
Hilton. She's a queen.
Why? What?
She's the queen of EDM.
What?
She is. She goes to festivals. She turns up. She's an icon.
What?
Paris Hilton is an American icon. You
She's
can't tell me
American.
she's not.
What we call, that person you pass around at the party. That's what we call Paris Hilton.
No, that's
Stop.
just not right.
Stop this nonsense.
Okay, anyway. Paris Hilton, if you want a new job, which you shouldn't, you can go to Northwestern Tech, start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Your Detroit alternative to the normal sports blah, blah, blah. It's Woodward Sports.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Woodward Show right here on Woodward Sports. We got to get into some Monday Night Football from last night. The Pats took on the Bills in Buffalo. The Pats won 14-10. No thanks to Mac Jones, who only got to throw 3 passes all night. But no shade. He's been playing phenomenally. It was not his fault. It was the 40-mile-per-hour wind that they had to endure. So it wouldn't have been smart to be throwing the ball out there anyway. We saw at the ESPN desk. Couldn't get it together. People were getting blown out of their chairs. It was a mess. The opening kick even flew into the stands because the wind was so strong. I think it got the opening kick. I know it was 43 miles per hour. It looked crazy out there. Then the snow was happening. I would have tapped out immediately. But there you have it. Adam, your thoughts on Monday Night Football last night?
That was probably one of the most enjoyable / miserable football games I've watched in a long time. Part of me really liked it because it was this old school fashion. All it was really missing was heavy snow. That would have made it memorable. Then I would have enjoyed it throughout all 60 minutes. But God, that was tough to watch. Run, 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 punt, run, punt, run, fumble, run, fumble, run, fumble, punt, run, run. Did I mention run? All they did was run.
That was their only option.
The Patriots ran 46 times. Look, I get it. But God, that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
But look, let's talk about the Patriots. They're 9-4. They've got a 2-game lead over the division. They beat the Bills in Buffalo. They play the Bills later on in New England. Bill's back. And he just took a year off. He took the COVID year off. He was chilling.
Oh, Bill is back. I thought you meant the Bills are back. I was
no,
like,
Bill
Belichick is
Bill
back.
Belichick.
No, yeah, period. He is.
No, look, I mean, that's a football coach right there. That's a guy that last year won 7 games with Cam Newton. They don't have receivers. They don't have tight ends. They don't have an offensive line. They don't really have anything, and they managed to win 7 games. Oh, did I mention half of their defensive star players sat out because of COVID? They still put together a 7-win season. They follow it up, load up in free agency, address the tight end position, address the O-line, go get a Kendrick Bourne. He looks damn good. And then they draft a rookie quarterback, and the rest is history. They're 9-4. They're 6-0 on the road with a rookie quarterback. Never in NFL history has a rookie quarterback started from week 1, played the entire football season, and went undefeated on the road. Unbelievable. Mac Jones, look, he only threw the ball 3 times. I know people are making fun of it, but look, he did what he had to do. No one was throwing in that weather. The fact that Josh Allen threw 30 times and didn't throw an interception is beyond me. But it was really bad. Think about it this way. The Patriots ran for double the amount of yards that the Bills did. They won the turnover battle. They won everything. The Patriots won that football game. Yes, the Bills had a chance late, but they weren't running the football as effectively as New England. And when you're first and goal at the 6-yard line, and then you have a 4th and 15, basically, I mean, that tells you all you need to know. The Bills weren't going to win that football game. The Patriots are clearly a top 3, top 4 team in the NFL. We'll get to our power rankings a little later, but my goodness, Bill's back. Bill is back, and I hope this shuts up all the. I don't want to say
Brady.
idiots, because look, I get the Tom Brady love. He is the best quarterback ever, and probably the best player ever in NFL history. Having said that, stop discrediting Bill Belichick. The guy can clearly coach. The guy clearly can win football games, and significant ones for that matter. So let's stop the Bill Belichick hate. I think we can all get on the same train here.
Yeah, I really used to want to hate Bill Belichick with everything in me, but I can't anymore. I wanted to hate Tom Brady too, but they've both proven themselves. They don't need each other, and they'll both still win. I want a Bucs-Pats Super Bowl so bad. That would be amazing.
A Bucs-Pats Super Bowl? I don't think. Look, this guy was made fun of before the season started. And somebody deserves to give him a hug. He needs it. Tom Mazaway predicted the Green Bay Packers would go to the Super Bowl. He was the only one Everybody else either picked the Bucks or the Rams. And this guy, Mazzy, he picked the Packers, and it looks like a damn good pick.
Nice.
I don't think the Bucks do it. I don't think they get out.
I don't think they do it either.
NFC is so top heavy. You have the Cardinals, the Packers. The Bucks are going to have to play some really good teams. So.
I know. Just how fun would it be, though?
Oh, it'd be great, believe me. But I don't think the Patriots even get out. Although I think they're one of the best teams. It's just, you just don't want to believe it, you know? You don't want to believe that Bill Belichick is going to get to another Super Bowl
with a
and
rookie
those
quarterback.
snobby, annoying, condescending, arrogant Patriots fans
They
are
are
going to
the
get to
worst.
another goddamn Super Bowl 1 year into a rebuild, and I'm sitting here 55 years into a rebuild just trying to win a goddamn division.
Another game. It hurts.
damn it.
It hurts. Adam, how would you have liked to be a kicker last night?
Oh, I would have loved it.
Oh, really?
To kick in those conditions would have been so fun. I mean, you had crosswinds. There were quarters where you had the wind behind you and with you, so you could kick the ball 100 freaking yards. It was unbelievable. So, I mean, if you were a kicker, which Nick Folk and Tyler Bass were last night, I'm sure they had a ton of fun, except when they were kicking into the wind. That seemed like misery. But, hey, it was fun. It was a fun game to watch. I mean, look, as miserable as it was, don't get me wrong, it's kind of fun watching that kind of nostalgic old run-the-rock football game. You know, people are accustomed to it because they're Michigan fans, and that's kind of the brand of football they play. But look, Monday night, division game, so much AFC and divisional implications last night. And the ball was ran 71 times combined by both teams. That is unreal. It's unheard of. Unheard of. So, look, Patriots won by throwing the ball 3 times. Only Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Epic says the play calling was awful, but, I mean, was it really based on the conditions? What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, no, the conditions were really bad. The gust was about, what, 35 to 50 mile an hour gusts and winds?
Yep.
You can't throw the football in those conditions, especially, like, deep downfield, because it's just going to either, one, get pushed back, get overthrown, or worse, it's going to go left and right, and the receiver is just going to struggle to catch it, which we saw last night. I mean, Stephon Diggs was open for an easy touchdown. 10 times out of 10 in normal or even less worse conditions, that's a touchdown pass. But because of last night, that ball was doing this through in the air, and it just threw off Stephon Diggs, and of course he dropped it. Having said that, I agree with some of the people in the chat. Patriots fans need to suffer. Why do Lions fans have to sit here since 1963 with their hands out and get nothing but one playoff win? And Patriots fans go on a 20-year dynasty, lose the greatest quarterback and player in NFL history, take a year off. In that year, they win 7 games. Their salary cap is completely effed. And they turn it around and they're 9-4 the next year. After drafting a rookie quarterback in a draft class where he was, what, the 4th quarterback taken? It went Lawrence, Wilson, Trey Lance, Fields, and then Mac Jones. He was the 5th quarterback taken.
Dude, Bill knows what he's doing. In their front office knows what they're doing. And I
need to wait 6 years for a rebuild, right?
At least.
This is unbelievable.
Be patient, Adam.
My goodness. Be patient. These people, I want to see them in the street. Mr. Be patient, people. I want to see them in the street. Jesus Christ.
You saw them on Sunday.
Why can't the Detroit Lions?
You saw them on Sunday.
Why can't the Detroit Lions have ownership like this? Why?
Where do you find them, though?
Where are the standards? The Lions win one football game.
You saw them in the
Sheila's up
streets
and
on
down
Sunday.
giving Dan Campbell a lap dance as if they just won the NFC Championship game. Kennedy, don't make me laugh. Like, it's unbelievable. Where are the standards around here?
I genuinely don't know the answer to this question, so I need you to help me. Sorry, everyone, if this is like common knowledge, but how do you actually find like good ownership? Because the Fords, they're clearly just rich people that like bought a team.
That's what most owners are,
Good ownership.
Then how do you?
Good ownership is, I'm an owner.
Someone that loves football.
No, it's not just about loving football.
I was gonna say, 'cause then
Jerry
would I
Jones
be a
and
good
Al
owner?
Davis. Like,
Yes.
there are people that love
Thanks,
football.
Fish.
That doesn't mean success. The Cowboys have been America's team for 30 years.
That's true.
They
Jerry
haven't won a
Jones,
goddamn
yeah.
thing. Okay? Ownership is putting together a structured front office in place with smart people who are smarter than you, and allowing them to do their jobs, and they can deliver on their jobs. And they can deliver divisions, wins, championships. Nah, I'm going to hire my buddy. Hey, this guy cold calls me for the job. I'm going to hire him. I mean, it blows my mind. It really does. It really does. This team had an even worse salary cap position than the Lions did. This team had their players sit out because of COVID. This team had the worst wide receiving core in the NFL last year. This team had the worst tight end core in the NFL last year. And what do? They sign Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith in free agency. They go sign Kendrick Bourne. And let's be honest, you look at their wide receiving room, it's not even that great. You know what they do well? They run block really well. They do the little things really well, and that's why the Patriots win football games. And it's unbelievable to watch.
All right, you guys. Well, coming up next, we will talk about our rookie in Penei Sewell. But before we go, Adam placed a bet last night on Cade Cunningham, and I'm sure he used my bookie.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, guys, I'm not a stock guy. I played with the stock market one time. I hit big. I haven't put $1 into stocks since. I'm not going to try my luck. Why take a chance in stocks? All right? When you can instantly double your money with my bookie. Guys, dollar for dollar match. You can withdraw or deposit using Bitcoin. They are the future of sports betting. Bet from anywhere, anytime, using my bookie. Sign up today using code Woodward. They'll match you dollar for dollar. You give them $100, they're going to give you $100. You put in $500, they're going to match you with $500. Up to $1,000 in first match deposit bonuses, guys. My bookie's where it's at. It's Tuesday. Don't the Wings play today? Go bet on the goddamn Red Wings. What the hell are you waiting for, Detroit? Go show some damn loyalty. They're 12-9-3. They're going to win their 13th game tonight. Go bet on the Wings. Having said that, if you suck at betting and you have a gambling problem, call the Gambling Problem Hotline at 1-800-270-7117.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
What's the over-under? Should I tease? Who is the lock of the night? Make sure you're watching Woodward Bets to get the latest in sports betting and more. Woodward Bets daily on Woodward Sports.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Woodward Show. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on your busy Tuesday morning. You guys, since week 6, Penei Sewell has been the second best offensive tackle in football per the PFF, only behind 8-time Pro Bowler Trent Williams. Adam, your thoughts on our guy, Penei Sewell?
I mean, unbelievable. He's played so well, and in that time he's been at left tackle, now at right tackle, and he's excelling really well. Look, you want to backtrack to week 1? I got this one wrong. I really did. I really didn't believe, and it's still out there, to be fair, because he still eventually has to go back to left tackle at some point, and hopefully he reaches his potential. But the guy clearly shows that he's a freak of nature. He can adapt, and he can play both ways. And look, you guys want to revisit the past and go back? Look, at the time we had a 3-game sample at right tackle. He looked awful against second and third stringers. And then he went up against Nick Bosa week 1. He looked really damn good. So, look, I don't mind being wrong on this. Penei Sewell was a hell of a draft pick. I'm really happy with it. And the second highest rated tackle in football over Rashawn Slater, over some of the guys like Zach Martin, some of the veterans in the NFL. Lions hit a home run. That's your future left tackle for the next 10, 15 years. And Lions fans should be ecstatic with that draft pick. He's unbelievable. He's a menace. He plays tough. He's exactly what you want from an offensive tackle, Kennedy. He's exactly what you want. And I don't think the Lions could have gotten any better pick. I know people are screaming for Parsons, but I don't think he goes in and contributes to the Lions the way he is for Dallas right now. I just think the NFL is really situation-based, right? Some people go to situations and they excel, others don't. And Parsons is one of those guys, I believe, in Detroit wouldn't be delivering the results that you're getting right now. Penei would have gone elsewhere, would have been delivering what he's delivering now for Detroit, and people would have been really upset. I really think that's the case. So, look, that's that with Penei Sewell. I'm really happy for him, and I'm really happy it's working out because I said it early on too. You can't afford to miss on Jeff Okudah and then Penei Sewell back to back. It would have been so damaging. You're trying to gain the trust of this fan base. Missing on your first-round pick is not a good start. And early on, it looked like a whiff having him at right tackle. What happened? Taylor Decker got hurt. He excelled at the left tackle position. So to some areas, yeah, I was right, but I don't even want to focus on if I'm right or wrong. I'm just happy that Penei Sewell is playing really well.
Here's my question is obviously on draft night, we saw how excited they were that Penei Sewell kind of fell to us, right? Do you think they had thought even that far of, oh, we have Taylor Decker, but now we just drafted a left tackle when we know Slater was still on the board?
Look, I think with Decker, what the Lions are hoping out for is he plays well into his 30s. And then Penei Sewell just becomes a full-time right tackle, which...
You think that was their initial plan?
I have to believe so.
Okay.
Decker is on a friendly contract. You're not overpaying for him, let's put it that way. You're paying him what he deserves. He's a very good tackle. Having said that, it does blow my mind that they took that kind of risk going for a Penei Sewell, asking him to change positions. But hey, high risk, high reward. And right now it's rewarding just fine. So I got to tip my cap. It's a great move. They look good. If Decker plays well into his 30s and at a high level, the Lions have a top 5, top 7 O-line for the next 8 to 10 years. Well, that's a damn good thing.
I bring up Slater because he was still on the board. What, did he go 9th?
No, Slater went in the teens. I believe he went 13th.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, anyway, still left on the board. I haven't checked in with him. Obviously, he's not doing as well as Penei Sewell, who is second past week 6.
Well, no, but I mean, Slater's been a top tackle in all of football.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I haven't
1.
been. Okay.
So yeah, that stat is from week 6 on. Yeah, Slater. If you do all of PFF, I'm sure he's a top 6, top 7 tackle right now, and Penei Sewell's probably 10 or 11.
So that's
not a bad thing,
right?
But yeah, no. I think the Lions made the right choice with drafting Penei Sewell. He fell to you. You were very fortunate. You saw the reaction of them when he fell to him and how they drafted him.
Even the reaction of us at the bar.
Of course, and everybody should have been excited. I think what caused trauma early on was, dude, why are you putting him at right tackle? He's clearly struggling. Move the veteran to right and let him excel. And what happened? The veteran got hurt, and Penei Sewell did excel at left tackle. And then you moved him back to the right, and he's looked very good. And yes, the Lions have been running the ball a ton. Yes, Jared Goff has been getting the ball out of his hands. And what makes an O-line look much better than what they are? Throwing the ball quickly and running the football. And that's what the Lions have been doing. So I'm all for it. It looks really good.
All right, I like it. But obviously, this year, we've got Goff at quarterback. It's not like we still had Stafford there. It's not like we have our franchise quarterback sitting there that they have to protect. So is there a part of you, Adam, that still is like, why don't we have Sewell at left tackle?
No, I'm not even concerned position-wise anymore. And look, the win went a long way with me. They needed to win a football game, Kennedy.
Yes, they did.
You couldn't convince me throughout the entire offseason that everything was going according to plan. If they were 0-16-1, they needed to win a damn football game. Monkeys off the back. Now you look at this roster, how do we improve it? You've got 2 first-round picks. Are you going to go wide receiver and, let's say, edge rusher? Okay. Second-round pick. What are you doing? First overall in the second round. Probably going maybe safety, secondary player, who knows? Maybe even a linebacker if the one we like is available. So many options for the Lions this year. They're going to have to get better. It's that simple. They do need more talent. Having said that, I think they're well ahead of the Jets, the Giants, the Jaguars, the Texans. These rebuilding teams, quote unquote, they are much far ahead. They have a premier tight end. They have a solid run game. They have a premier offensive line. They have a quarterback that's proven he can win games in the NFL, whether we like him or not. He can win you football games. So they're not as far off as, a team with a Daniel Jones. The Jets with Zach Wilson, who doesn't look all that great right now, and he was the number 2 overall pick. The Lions are further ahead than people believe. I really believe that. They just now need to get out of their own way, stop coaching themselves into holes, stop learning on the fly, and start putting together solid game plans that make everybody else look good.
Yeah.
And Aaron Glenn has done that for a majority of the year. Now it's time Dan Campbell and Anthony Lynn together put together a game plan that at least gives you a glimpse of what this team could be next year. And that's the key focus, I think. They got the win. No one's going to be calling them a winless team, an embarrassment team anymore. Thank goodness. That's not a conversation anymore. They won a football game. Now what's important for the Lions is building off the win, securing a top 2, top 3 pick, and going into the offseason with some, I don't want to say hope, but with some optimism of, hey, if we do our jobs this offseason, we should be in pole position to turn things around. And that's it. It's that simple.
Well, as we're talking about the offseason, the 2022 salary cap is expected to be the highest that it's ever been at $208.2 million. So, that being said, what are you expecting from the Lions to do come
I don't
the
think they're
offseason?
going to go big in free agency. I think they're going to get veteran players in pieces or holes where maybe they couldn't address in the draft. And that's going to be the key difference. Maybe another veteran edge rusher, who knows? I think veteran linebackers is probably where they're going. Maybe even a veteran safety if they don't go safety. Jeff Okudah comes back next year, hopefully by October. Hopefully he can give you something. There are pieces there. I think maybe even a veteran wide receiver. They're not going to go out and get a Devontae Adams. They're not going to attract these type of players. What they need to do, maybe people don't want to hear this, but they need to get players that fit their system that they currently have and try to excel. Josh Reynolds, I think you re-sign him. He's going to be a good fit for this team for the next 2 years. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I like him a lot. Go get a big, tall wide receiver. Aggressive. Can win you jump balls. A guy that you can rely on maybe on third down outside of your smaller, quick wide receivers. A guy who can make tough catches. That is ideal. And after that, you're good. I really think this can be put together more quickly than people want to admit or even think can be done. Why? You have an offensive line. You have the tight end. You have the running back. You have a competent quarterback. I'm not saying he's great, but at least he's competent. He's not Marcus Mariota. He's not some of these bottom-tier quarterbacks in the NFL that are backups. Okay? He can at least get something, and he's $30 million on the books next year, so you're gonna play him. Now, whether or not they get a quarterback in this draft, we'll have to wait and see. But that's what the Lions are working with. And if Aaron Glenn is giving you this kind of production from the defense with this limited talent, what happens when you give him maybe an Aiden Hutchinson, and a Kobe Dean, Jeff Okudah coming back, a safety in the draft, a safety in free agency, a veteran corner in free agency, some linebackers? Then what?
Kyle Hamilton in the draft.
You're not getting Kyle Hamilton unless you trade back.
Okay, do it, Lions. Twist my arm, trade back, and get Kyle Hamilton. I'm begging.
Listen, I don't take Notre Dame defensive players seriously ever since Manti Te'o. I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I don't. He ruined it for everybody. Don't hate me. Hate him.
No, I do.
He got catfished, and he was a horrible linebacker, and he got ran over by Alabama in that national title game. It was the funniest thing ever. Mr. Hawaiian Punch himself.
All right, you guys. Well, when we come back, we will be reacting to how the Lions reacted to getting their first win. So stick around for that. We'll see exactly what Adam was talking about the Sheila lap dance moment.
Before we go, I want to comment on one thing.
Okay.
AC in the chat is asking about Jamison Williams. I'm all for it. He is a speed burner. That is a guy I don't mind watching on Sundays. But look, there's going to be a lot of wide receivers available for the Lions, especially at pick 24, 26, wherever they end up picking from the Rams. And even the first pick in the second round, there's going to be a stud wide receiver laying there. Whether or not they take him is on them.
True. All right, you guys. You know who didn't really flop? Well, yeah, they did all right. Was the Lions defense. But I'll tell you a defense that one-ups the Lions. And that's Guardian Alarm. They get it. A good defense on and off the field helps you feel secure. Guardian Alarm has the state-of-the-art technology that helps you feel safe, all within 24/7 local monitoring. Guardian Alarm also has convenient features that let you check in on your home, control lights and temperatures, detect smoke or carbon monoxide. It will even let you lock and unlock doors. Call 1-800
Stay out, rain.
That's 1-800
Stay out.
Guardian Alarm has been trusted for over 90 years at keeping families safe.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Did you know mortgage rates are still at generational lows? If you haven't refinanced your home loan yet, there's still time. Now is your second chance to refinance. You could lower your monthly payment, eliminate credit card debt, or even take cash out by using your home's equity. Call Hall Financial now to get started with your free 5-minute mortgage review. 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
Follow us everywhere. Just search Woodward Sports on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, IG, and more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Morning Woodward Show. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on your busy Tuesday morning. All right, here we go. Sawyer's got the video loaded up. Here is Dan Campbell and Sheila and the rest of the locker room after the Lions win.
To say that I'm proud of you would be a major understatement. Gentlemen, that's the way to just fight one more time. And it pays dividends. You know what we did? We found a way to win the day when we had to do it. We found a way. And, man, we'll talk about the game, but all that later. But let me tell you something, man. Defense, we put you in some hard spots. We put you in some hard spots, and you responded. You responded. Offense, man, we were doing some things. We kind of hit a lull, and when we needed it, we came back. We came out early. And you don't do what we had to do at the end of the game where you're throwing it that much without your own line protection. This has been a long time coming. This is what makes it great, man. You know what? It's what makes it hard too, by the way. But it's also what makes it great. It's hard to win in this league, man. It's hard, but that's what makes it that much more special. I'm so proud of you guys, all right? Man, let's not forget these families over here that we were representing today.
Hey, I just want to say that was a hell of a game. We played complimentary football all game, and we stayed in there. Hey, but I want to give this game ball to Coach. Hey, family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
Well, there you have it, you guys. Dan Campbell and Sheila Fordham, you know, recreating the scene from Dirty Dancing where they just lift each other up. The time of their lives is happening. The Lions finally got their first win, and honestly, I think they deserved to celebrate, but I think Sheila took it a little far. This is incredible. It wasn't an incredible win. Dan Campbell's play calling, once again, was not incredible, but we will get into that later in the show. But Adam, I want your initial reactions to their reaction.
Their reactions were justified to an extent. Okay?
Yep.
That was their first win. Dan Campbell's first win. They'd gone 364 days without a win, Kennedy.
Yes. So, I'm so glad they didn't make it a year.
I really do. I get why they were so excited, and they won in thrilling fashion. Let's be honest.
Yep.
I mean, there was a lot of emotion involved. Having said that, Sheila Ford, holy shit. What the fuck was that? That was incredible. It was like, incredible. The hell? No wonder 60 years of shit. Don't even know how to win a goddamn football game. That's how you act? Oh my, as the owner? The head coach getting his first win, I'm all for it. I get it.
Yep.
The players worked all year to get that win. I get it. You coming down from the front off, from that freaking stupid box up there, that luxury suite, That was incredible. Oh my God, Dan Campbell. Incredible. Unbelievable. You fuck. Unbelievable.
Just let it rip, Adam. Let it rip.
What is that? That's the standard? We won one game in a year span.
No.
And that's how we celebrate?
364 days.
It's a year.
Just short of a year, Adam.
Oh my goodness, my head. They deserve to celebrate. The players do. The coaches do. When you are an owner, you don't get to walk down there and act like that. When that was the first win under your regime in a freaking year. You go hide up there and shut the hell up and hope to God that this project works out. Oh my God, I wanted to vomit watching that. And then the way he picks her up, it's like they're reenacting Dirty Dancing all over again.
It's awesome.
No, I
Baby's
wanted to vomit.
back.
I wanted to vomit. It's so cringy. It's so cringy. What the hell is that, guys? Michigan just won a Big Ten championship game. Did they celebrate like that?
Oh, I hope someone picked
That
up
was
Harbaugh.
their first Big Ten title since 2004. They won something. And you're celebrating like you just won the goddamn division, or let alone a playoff game, let alone the Super Bowl, God forbid. That's really demoralizing to me. It really is. It's so belittling of a fan base that puts up with so much and supports this team thick and through. It's unbelievable, this fan base. They're so committed. And you celebrate like that. And look, I really, yesterday I said it, I think very fairly.
Mm-hmm.
You dealt with the Oxford community stuff.
Yes.
That was difficult. You went through a whole week. You were 0-10-1. Were you going to lose? You won in thrilling fashion. Last play of the game. So many things happened in that game. That felt like a good win for everybody. But I don't know. The Sheila thing just threw me off. It really did. It really did. That was so embarrassing. Have some goddamn pride. Like, I want to get to a point where I expect this goddamn football team to win games. I expect it. I want the division to be an expectation every year, every other year. Not every 15, 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And to celebrate like that, when Michigan just won the Big Ten title, when Michigan State just went 10-2 and beat the Big Ten champs in Michigan, and we're the only team in the country to do that so far, those are teams that should be celebrating. Team that's won their first game in 364 days. I know the Oxford community tragedy really, laid to the, celebration. And again, I really think the players and the coaches deserve to celebrate that way. I really believe that. But Sheila? No. What is it? Stay out with Guardian Alarm?
Family.
Stay the hell away from me.
Hey, you
that
leave Brian
was
Kelly.
so embarrassing. It's so belittling of a fan base that continues to support the Detroit Lions, thick and through. 60 years of giving them nothing, and they're still showing up at the gates. They're still watching the games on TV. Like, this is such a supportive fan base. And you celebrate like that? Look at this. Oh my God! Unfreaking believable! Unbelievable! You loser. You loser. You're such a loser. Just like your father was, just like your great-grandfather was. You're all freaking losers. That's what you are. I hope this project works out. Because, God damn it, I'm going to hold no punches if this doesn't work.
Well, they deserve to celebrate. Sheila she took it a little far, for sure, for one win. But, I mean, what can we do? This just shows how low the bar is when it comes to expectations for the Lions.
You, as a leader, okay, here. I'm going to rephrase it. Let's dumb it down, okay? Let's dumb it down a little bit. We're not a billion-dollar organization here at Woodward Sports.
Correct.
Not yet. Okay, not yet. Having said that, if we surpass sales, let's say we close a month where it was our highest gross in sales, I think that's deserving of a team meeting, celebrating, buying food for everybody, drinks, having a nice little party, right? I think that's fair to say. Let's say anything. Let's just say, and it's the first time in 12 months that we met expectations and actually sold what we were supposed to sell. You want me to walk in the room like Sheila Ford did on Sunday? Yes. Because for the previous 11 months, We were 50% under expectations. Hell, even maybe 60, 70% under. And then for 1 month, we finally get it right. And you want me to come in there and absolutely go bonkers? It's unbelievable. It's unfreaking believable. I can't believe it. We're going to the Super Bowl. Playoffs still alive. I bet she actually thinks they can still make the playoffs.
And they were only mathematically eliminated on Sunday. Do you see that?
Mathematically.
The only one in that room that was like semi-chill and semi-serious, I think, was Brad Holmes. He was like low-key in the background with his hat down, like trying to be involved, camaraderie, but like, dude, that's our first win. Like, he was the only one who had some common sense in the room. I get it. Your first one as a head coach.
Okay, you know why Brad Holmes is doing that?
I get it. The players and coaches deserve to celebrate that way. When you are leadership and you walk in and you celebrate like you just won the goddamn Super Bowl, way to set expectations for everybody. Hey, guys, just win us a football game once every year, and we'll be happy.
Okay,
fucking joke.
You knew Brad. You knew Brad Holmes wouldn't do that because he was on the Rams, a team that would consistently win 6-7 games.
Whatever.
You know what I was thinking, Adam? And I was talking to my dad about this the other day. How different, like, this entire journey for the past couple of years with the Lions could have been. Remember when was it Marvin Jones? No, it was Golden Tate, was short at the goal line, and it kept us from being out of the playoffs. And that was...
Do you remember when it was 4th and 1 in Dallas territory, and that pussy of a coach decided not to go for it?
The P word again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop telling me what ifs, all right?
No. Can I just get this one out?
Go ahead.
If Golden Tate would have scored that touchdown, we would have made the playoffs.
And if Sawyer's mom had a dick, she'd be a man.
Can you say that on air? Anyway, let me finish my thought. We would have been in the playoffs. Caldwell wouldn't have been fired. We could have skipped, potentially, the entire Matt Patricia era.
Yeah.
And who knows where we would be now?
Super Bowl!
Super Bowl, probably! I mean, I don't know why. It just hit me for the first time the other day, and I, like, wanted to cry. I was like, we could have been at least mediocre.
Just pick another team to root for.
You hold on to your mediocrity.
I do.
I'm going to hold on to the fact where maybe this organization becomes serious one day. And maybe that'll never happen. I'll probably be dead, but who knows? I hope so.
Being like inches away from the playoffs, Golden Tate, just...
Shut up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
No, you do.
No, you are.
Just stop. Stop the nonsense.
But if we could have just skipped the Matt Patricia thing, I don't think we'd be this far behind.
You don't know what that alternative universe looks like.
You could
have brought in a different guy. It either could have been really good or just as bad.
Yeah.
Like, we act as if, like, we know how things would have worked out if it didn't happen. Stop. What if Caldwell did stay and they won one game? That would have tarnished his reputation with the Lions. Not that he has a stingy reputation, but geez, stop acting like you guys can predict the future from the past as if, like, you knew what would have happened. Stop it. Behave.
All right. Well, before we go to break, I just want to give a big I'm sorry to Sawyer's mom in the chat. Sawyer, I hope you're not reading these comments. Don't talk about Sawyer's mom like that, everyone. I got to stand up for my girl. But now, I have to tell you about something very important, and that is our second annual Stuff a Studio. Woodward Sports and Myre presents Stuff a Studio, collecting toys for Mott Children's Hospital, the Woodward Sports Studio, 34915 Woodward Avenue in Birmingham, from December 13th through 17th, to help all the children who have been in the hospital all year to have the holiday that they deserve. Last year, Woodward Sports donated over $70,000 in toys to the Mott Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, making it the largest donation in Mott history. This year, we are doing it again by teaming up with Myre, our great partners, and the power of our supporters to stuff this studio full of toys. You can drop off a toy anytime between December 13th through 17th from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. at the Woodward Sports Studio. If you are a local business, we will give you a shout out. So donate online or come in to Woodward Sports, and you can donate online at woodwardsports.com.
It's that time of the year again. Time for our second annual Stuff a Studio with Woodward Sports. Last year, Metro Detroit came together to help make the largest single toy donation in Mott Children's Hospital history. This year, we make it even Stuff a Studio is happening December 13th through the 17th at the Woodward Sports Studios in Birmingham. The children in Mott Children's Hospital fight so hard all year. Now it's up to all of us to help bring a smile to their faces. So while you're out holiday shopping, make sure you pick up an extra toy or two and help us spread some love to Metro Detroit this season. We look forward to seeing you December 13th through the 17th as we stuff our studio with Woodward Sports and Myre.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Putting on a show here, and that's how you answer. We love our sports. We just wish they'd love us back. Detroit sports for Detroit sports fans. Woodward Sports.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Woodward Show. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We have to hit some of these bowl games because, oh boy, am I excited. We got bowl games coming up. You guys, obviously, we've got Michigan, number 2 in the nation. Yeehaw! I hate them, but whatever. I'll be happy for you guys. Taking on number 3, Georgia, in the Orange Bowl.
If only Notre Dame fans knew what it was like to win a conference. Oh, wait. Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. And make it to a college football playoff, but actually earning it, not just waiting for other teams around you to lose and get in. Isn't that a crazy feeling, Sawyer?
Yeah.
If only they ever experienced it.
I hate you guys.
What a trash school.
I hate you guys.
Notre Dame fans.
But, Adam, I want to ask you, because I'm sure you hit it yesterday, but I wasn't here. Were you upset with Michigan at number 2? Did you think they should have been number 1? Your thoughts?
I think regardless where they ranked Michigan,
I thought they should have been 1,
They would have
seriously.
screwed Michigan. And what I mean by that is if Michigan was 1, Georgia would have fell to 4.
Yep.
There was no way around it. The committee was not setting up Georgia and Alabama in an SEC matchup.
Because they just had it.
Well, yeah, but I don't care about the reason. I think that was the matchup to give. Nobody wants to see a potential SEC title game. But having said that, previewing Georgia-Michigan. Michigan's got a shot here, buddies.
Buddies?
Buddies.
I don't know. Okay.
Michigan's got a shot. Michigan can run the football. They've proven it. They can run on anybody in the nation so far. No one's really been able to stop them. And that, my friends, is a recipe for success against a Georgia Bulldog team that gave up big plays against Alabama, that weren't able to stop the run. I'm all for it. I'm riding this Michigan train hard. I'm riding it even if it crashes. I'm all in.
Oh, I like it. Good
I'm
for
all
you,
in
Adam.
on Michigan. I really think this is not only their first college football playoff appearance. I think they're going to do a lot of people proud. They're going to do the Big Ten proud. And they're going to smack up Georgia. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. But I think they're going to be able to pull out that game. And you have a month to prepare for Georgia. Georgia, you have a month to prepare for Michigan. A month isn't going to prepare you to get smacked in the face by that offensive line.
Shee!
Michigan is going to put together a good game plan. They're going to utilize J.J. McCarthy. Georgia, what are you going to do? Is Stetson Bennett going to be the starting quarterback a month from now? Or is it going to be J.T. Daniel? Stetson Bennett, in the one game you really needed him, couldn't step up to the plate. Knowing that if you beat Michigan, you likely play Alabama, is Georgia going to start J.T. Daniels and try to get him prepared for Alabama, thinking they have a better shot with him? I got a lot of question marks about Georgia. I don't have many about Michigan. I know what Michigan are, and more importantly, Michigan know what they are.
Yep.
And they stay true to their identity. And their identity is why they're a college football playoff team this year and why they're the Big Ten champions. And I'm all for it.
That Big Ten championship game was so lame. Holy cow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when one team is just as good as Michigan is, that's what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Ohio State fans wouldn't know what that is.
You better relax.
I'm sorry. You got to let us enjoy this one.
I'll
Ohio
let you guys.
State finally didn't win the Big Ten.
You guys had to
Notre
storm
Dame
the
are
field.
the shit-ons that they are, and they're out of the college football playoff. They never deserved to get in it, maybe even one time.
5th best team in the nation. Yay!
Yeah, congratulations. Nobody cares. If you're not first, you're last.
Hey, we're not last. Anyway.
Michigan's number 2.
Yeah, we're only 3 down from them. You better relax.
Shut up.
But anyway, I have some questions when it comes to the Michigan quarterback sitch. Do you think we're going to see a 2-quarterback system? in this bowl game, or do you think they're just going to rock it out with Cade?
I think they're going to run the ball, and they're going to show a lot of packages with J.J. McCarthy in the run system.
I like that.
You saw Blake Corum go to the house. J.J. was on that play. Look, I think J.J. offers something dynamic to the football team. People always bring up the MSU game and how it was his fault.
Yep.
No, Blake Corum didn't secure the handoff. It was right in his gut. It wasn't an RPO. It wasn't play action. It was a designed run, and Blake Corum fumbled it.
Yeah.
So we can move on from that.
Yep.
The kid's going to get reps. But I think this game, Cade's got to make some throws.
100%.
Georgia's not going to be a pushover. They're going to play damn well. They're going to put up points. Cade's going to have to answer with a few touchdown passes. He can't go 13 of 19, no touchdowns, 1 interception, and think he's going to win the football game. It's worked for a majority of the year, but now you're playing an SEC team. You're in the college football playoff. He's got to step up to the plate. And you know, if there's one thing I got to give Cade McNamara,
give it to him,
is through all the BS, through all the poor play at times, he's stepped up for his team. Outside of the Michigan State game, he didn't step up then. But when his team needed him to make an underneath route, make the correct check down, make the right first down throw on third down, when they've needed him, he's been there. Now, yes, they didn't need him against Iowa. They didn't need him against Ohio State. That's fine. But you know what? All those games prior, Maryland, Penn State, he was there. He played good football. It was really only the Michigan State game where he gave you like 2.5 really good quarters, and then he went quiet for the fourth quarter, and that's what cost Michigan really at most. But still, I'm all in on this team. I really am. I'm liking them a lot. I think their run game is going to translate just fine against Georgia. And give me Michigan. We'll get to preview a lot more later on in December, but I am excited. I mean, guys, Michigan's first college football playoff appearance, everybody should be. And Michigan State fans should be just as happy and just as proud, if not anything.
Yeah. I want to move.
Because they were the only team in the nation, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
The only team in the nation to beat that football team.
Yep.
It's got to count for something.
It's good stuff. I want to move on to the other semifinal game. We've got the Cotton Bowl. We just need to say a quick prayer for Cincinnati, RIP, taking on Alabama. Adam, what are your expectations for this game?
Go Bearcats!
No, fishy.
It's not often I wish ill on people.
Well, you wish ill on the
teams.
Bearcats?
You know, outside of the Dallas Cowboys, I usually don't root against people really
hard. Well, it's in Jerry's dome, Jerry's world.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm hoping Cincinnati lose by 80. I just
really
want a message.
might.
I just
No,
want a
they
message
won't.
to be sent, you know?
Yeah.
I just you don't belong here. This is a Power 5, title game. You know, just go back. Go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Go play in the Rose Bowl. Go play in some meaningless bowl game, and just leave us alone. Let the big boys play football.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I've been there.
Yeah, you're a Notre Dame fan. You guys don't belong there either.
Well, listen, I'm admitting this. I've been seeing TikToks all over of Bearcats fans. We want Bama. Anytime you start
want
Bama chants, it does not go well for you.
When I was at the Michigan game in Ann Arbor against Ohio State, okay, I will say Ohio State fans, took it very well. They were very professional, and they were all for the banter, and they gave it back. It was really funny. They were really cool about it. But the funny thing is there were Cincinnati fans there walking, all in Desmond Ridder jerseys.
Awesome.
Best team in Ohio. Cincinnati, you would lose
Ohio
by
State would
70.
roll them.
You would lose by 70 to CJ Stroud and that Ohio State team. You wouldn't put up more than 20 points on Ohio State, and they would actually hang 100 on you.
Yeah, there'd be no way.
CJ Stroud ran all over the field against Michigan.
That's awesome.
What Ohio State didn't have was poor weather conditions, and they really couldn't. They weren't efficient in the red zone. That's what really cost Ohio State. Mm-hmm. And Michigan just scored on every possession in the second half.
Yeah.
Game was done. That was Michigan's day.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State, if they played Cincinnati in a bowl game, would beat Cincinnati by 60, 70 points, and it wouldn't even be fair. So Cincinnati fans, shut the hell up. Take the humble pie that Alabama's going to give you. Nick Saban, don't hold anything back, man. When you're up 52-0 at halftime, I want another 52 in the second half. You understand me, Nick? Don't hold anything back. Give these stupid-ass people from Ohio who can't even spell their state correctly. They can't even spell it correctly. That's why they need to say it out loud, because they forget.
Listen, I will admit, being from Ohio, I spell Cincinnati wrong every time, and I don't know why. So I'll just put that out there. But I can't spell Ohio.
My best case hopeful scenario is that Michigan wins a tough, close game against Georgia. Bama smacks the shit out of Cincinnati, and we get an Alabama-Michigan final. I am all for that. And I'm sick of these fans, whether they're Michigan fans, State fans, I don't care who they are. Oh, well, if you play Alabama, you're going to shut the hell up. You play to win football games, all right? Michigan is an 11-1 football team, Big Ten champions. If they beat Georgia, shut the hell up. They have just as much of a chance as beating Alabama. You shouldn't write them off. Nor should you write off an Ohio State team or a Michigan State team that does what Michigan does and gets to the college football playoff. Stop it. Stop it. They're not Cincinnati guys. This is a football team that's actually played, other football teams.
This is true.
Cincinnati's going to lose by 100, and I'm going to be smoking the greatest cigar with my feet on the table, laughing my ass to the bank how much money I'm going to be putting on Alabama to win.
Drinking Gypsy vodka?
Something
I'm
harder.
going to be drinking hard liquor, actually. It requires hard liquor that day.
All
Jack
right.
and Thanks Coke, for supporting our sponsors, Dingbat.
I love the sponsors. Gypsy Vodka, we love you.
Yes.
But on a day like that, I need some Jack and Coke, and I need to make sure I don't remember that day.
You just wake up with a bunch of money.
I just wake up with a bunch of money, and people ask me, hey, did you rob a bank?
Maybe, I don't remember.
Maybe I did.
By the way, are you taking me to Indianapolis if Michigan wins?
If Michigan wins, I promised my dad and my brother that I would take them. They're big Michigan fans, like insanely huge Michigan fans. I promised I would buy them tickets, and we'd all go and watch the game.
So Fish gets the boot.
So Fish, I'll ask my dad. If he says yes, I'll take you.
Well, while we're talking about Ohio teams, Rose Bowl, one of my favorite bowls every year. Doesn't matter who's playing. I just love the Rose Bowl. Ohio State is playing against Utah. Who's calling you?
My mom.
Ma!
Answer it! Mom. Answer it! Answer it!
Ask her about the Rose Bowl.
Answer. Put on speaker.
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm checking on you.
I'm at work.
Normal
Mom, you're on the radio.
Normal conversation. Normal conversation.
Why are you yelling at me, you little shit?
Mom, you can't swear on the radio.
That's awesome. She's just like you.
Mom, I love you. I'll call you after the show, all right?
Are you better?
I'm all right.
No, he's not.
I love you.
All right, love you.
Aw. She's just like you. Cusses
up, everybody.
right away.
Now you guys know where I get my swearing
That's
from.
awesome. Fish, make sure you text Justin. But anyway.
That made my day.
The Rose Bowl, hit me with it. What are you thinking? Utah, Ohio State?
Look, I like Utah. I really do. You know that TikTok meme or that whatever it was, that Vine stuff where they hold the casket? It's like that whole thing.
Yes.
That's going to be Utah against Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. Ohio State's putting up 70. You can book it. They're putting up 70. Utah probably puts up 30. It kind of looks respectable. C.J. Stroud throws another 4 or 5 touchdowns. Watch out. Ohio State wins big. For me, that's not even a close game.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. I wanted to see Oregon, but they didn't win the Big 12 or the Pac-12. So
listen, speaking of bowls that are upsetting to you, the Fiesta Bowl could have been set up to beat Notre Dame, Michigan State, and that would have been one of the best days of my life. If that would have happened, my mom and I would have gone. We were gonna head to Arizona.
Road trip.
But now the Fiesta Bowl is Notre Dame against Oklahoma State.
Look, I just think it's one of those games where you kind of want to watch it to see what happens. But I think everybody knows what's going to happen.
Marcus Freeman season.
Marcus Freeman season's coming up. Notre Dame's going to go out there, and they're going to get pummeled by 40.
No,
and
they're
Oklahoma
not.
State's absolutely going to murder you guys.
They are going to punch them straight in the mouth. Dude, these players are so pissed off.
I am a biased bettor.
Why?
They didn't deserve to be in the college football playoff.
They are going to show
their coach
Brian Kelly that the grass is not greener.
Their football coach deservedly left them.
He left his family.
They are talentless players in a Midwest program.
You cannot look at me and say they are talentless
not even
programs.
5% the talent that LSU has. Stop it. The coach made the right decision. He walked in there, hey, guys, look, you're a bunch of farmers. I love y'all.
Farmers.
You know, you're great. Look, we win 10 games every year, but it's really because of my coaching, not because of you guys. I'm going to the SEC. I'm going to LSU.
And
I'm
he's
going to get
his
ballers.
You know what rocked.
I'm going to join a conference where I can play with ballers.
I
not
hope
a bunch
Brian
of...
Kelly never wins another game. Fuck him. I hate him.
Book it now. LSU win more games next year than Notre Dame.
No. Bull.
Book it. Bet
No,
it.
okay.
Bet.
We'll shake on it.
All right. How much?
Bet you $100.
No, 200.
Okay, fine.
No. How about this? You give me... You take me out to lunch.
Okay. And you give me $200.
And I give you $1,000 if Notre Dame win
Done.
more games than LSU.
Done.
Done?
Yep.
Book it.
I'll take you to lunch anywhere.
All right. I'm already thinking. You take me to Birmingham roast.
Okay.
I'm joking. It was the first thing I saw. I haven't thought
I
about
was like,
what you
okay,
actually
that's
did.
not that
Probably
expensive.
taking me out for sushi is what you're going to do.
Okay, that's fine.
all right?
I like sushi. Last one that I want to get to, because I brought up Michigan State. The Peach Bowl, Michigan State taking on number 12, Pitt. So number 10 taking on number 12. Any thoughts?
Well,
Boring. I hope Michigan State rolls them. But
I don't want to. We have breaking news.
oh no, is it from your mom?
Wallet Lake Central High School on lockdown with reports of shots fired. Oakland County Sheriff says multiple units are working on clearing the building. A primary search showed no injuries, and there's still no confirmation on whether shots were fired or not.
Ouch.
I don't get this.
God, dude.
I'm glad no one's hurt so far.
Yeah,
but
me
really,
too. No
what are we
kidding.
doing? Get your shit together. And if you're a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, I don't care how old you are, if you think this is the way to go about it, it's not. It really isn't. Grow the hell up. Just because you're not happy with your life doesn't mean you need to ruin it for other people. What the hell? This is really annoying.
My heart just sinks to my ass every time
It's
I
really
hear
frustrating.
that. Ugh, now I want to cry. I won't. I'll hold it together. I hope everyone's
Stupid.
okay and stays okay.
How are we raising kids these days? I don't get it. My dad used to whoop me
It's
with a belt
social media.
for not
You know
washing
what
my
it
hands
is.
with soap.
It's
I
social
lied to
media.
my dad one time and I got a spatula to the ass. It hurt so bad, and
My
I never
dad
lied
used
to
to
him
give
again.
us mental warfare when I was a kid. He would not only whip you with the belt, he would make you go get the belt.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part.
And you would walk so slowly to go get that belt because you knew when you walked back there,
I had to get the
shit was
spatula
going
too.
down.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Fish.
I
don't
hate
get
you.
kids these days. Unbelievable.
Adam, you know what it is. It's social
Horrible.
media.
I don't know
about
what it is.
What about it, Fish? You
Just-
tell me.
Just social media in general. Just kids see other kids doing something. They're like, oh, cool, I want to do that. Or they get bullied and aggravated, and they're like, oh, they're all stressed out. And what do? They just take a gun, boom, boom, boom.
Horrible.
I don't know. It's really frustrating.
I mean, it stems from social media, and then kids just get in, video games.
Look,
No.
this is why
Video
kids
games
need
not
to get
video
hit.
games.
Th-
That's not-
This
No,
is why
I
parents
think
need to
that's
hit their
BS
kids.
too, but
This is why parents need to hit their kids.
No, Adam.
you
I'm
say that, but yet that you know that could cause the kid to shoot up a school.
Maybe it could. From my experience, it
Because,
doesn't.
oh, my parents.
I never thought to myself when
I'll
I
just
was
hit a
actually
kid.
getting bullied in middle school, oh, I'm going to shoot the school up.
That's
Nobody freaking thinks like that.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
So-
when you get bullied in middle school, you think of, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. I'm so embarrassed.
If some
I'm
kids,
embarrassed.
some kids could if their brains
Well,
messed
that's a
up.
problem. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem, Fish. It's not good.
You guys,
I didn't say
please,
it's good.
if you have guns in your home, make sure they're in a safe. Make sure you're being smart with them. Do not allow your
Don't
kids
talk to
access
kids like
to
that.
these
Tell
things.
the freaking parents to
That's
be
what I'm saying. I said,
responsible.
parents,
Oh,
if you have
okay.
guns in your homes, let's be a little smarter. My parents have guns. That's okay. They're in a safe. I don't even know the combination. Couldn't get to them if I wanted to. Especially not when I was in high school, middle school. You fill it in. We just need to be smarter.
Listen, parents need to love their kids.
That
But you
too.
need to discipline them. I'm not saying abuse them. There's a big difference. Disciplining your kids and abusing them is a fine line.
Yes.
You got to understand that as a parent. My parents did a hell of a job of understanding that line. And at times, look, I come from a Middle Eastern culture. We could have been killed in my culture, all right? It's like a known thing that you do this to your kids. It's how you grow them up. It's how you harden them, all right? But this whole nonsense of resorting to shooting, I don't get it, and I never will. And I'm totally against it.
All right.
We got to go to
We
break,
do.
don't we?
And so, can you tell me about the folding warehouse?
I can't tell you about the Folding Warehouse. Guys, the Folding Warehouse is where it's at. It is a great time. We were there last week. Unfortunately, I wasn't, because you idiots got me sick.
You got yourself sick.
I know. Having said that, The Foaling Warehouse is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Host your corporate party, team building event, or just come with family and friends. There are 2 ways to play: $10 unlimited open play, and of course a private lane reservation. Host up to 10 of your friends for up to $120. They have over 100 beers, a $2 Mystic beer machine, and multiple bars throughout the facility. Come and get your full on. Visit foalingwarehouse.com.
Okay, you thirsty little spin goblins. I want you to pedal into the next dimension. Spin it! Spin! Spin! Uh-oh! Carmen's falling behind. Let's give her the hiss of shame. Spin! Spin! Spin till you bleed!
Don't ride the bike of shame. Come to Planet Fitness and find your own lane with tons of equipment, free fitness training, and no hissing. Join today for just $10 a month.
Woodward Sports. Missed part of the show today? Watch again on YouTube or download the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Woodward Show, featured on the Roar 93.5 FM, 99.1 FM, and 94.7 HD2. You guys, the Heisman finalists have been revealed. K9 gets snubbed. I'm pissed. Did not make the cut, which I think is BS. But here are the finalists. We've got Alabama's Bryce Young, Michigan's Aiden Hutchinson, Ohio State's CJ Stroud, and Pitt's Kenny Pickett. The winner will be announced this Saturday at 8 p.m. Adam, your thoughts?
This is so unfortunate.
So unfortunate. I'm
really
actually
is.
really mad. I was really pissed off last night.
So imagine I told you going into the year that a running back transferred to a 2-5 football team, played in a major conference in the Big Ten, and he would go on to rush for almost 1,700 yards, almost 20 touchdowns, and would help his team turn it around and go 10-2 and be a contributing factor. And I told you that he wasn't even a top 4 finalist in the Heisman. Why is Kenny Pickett there? Stroud, I get it.
Yes.
And to everybody doubting Aiden Hutchinson and why he's there, you shut the hell up. He is a vital reason why that Michigan football team is where they're at. He is the best player on that football team and deservedly deserves to get the amount of votes he's going to get. And so does Bryce Young, and Bryce Young deserves to win the Heisman. But you can't tell me that Kenneth Walker isn't on that list. But again, this is national media.
Here is a lot of people's reasoning about the Aiden Hutchinson thing. Will Anderson Jr. of Alabama, total tackles 91, 52 solo.
He is not the reason why Alabama is winning football games. Bryce Young is.
Yes.
Will Anderson, yes, may have better stats. Stats are not the reason why you win the Heisman.
Narrative.
If that was the case, Kenneth Walker should be winning the freaking Heisman because he has
he
better
should
stats.
At least be in this.
He has better stats than Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram both when they won the Heisman.
Here's the thing, though. If they are knocking K9 for his lack of, I don't know, against Ohio State wasn't that great. If they're knocking him for that one game, then you also need to knock Aiden Hutchinson for K9 making him look like a damn fool when they played Michigan State.
Okay.
He didn't have a good game then.
Okay.
So
no one did it that game. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so then why are we – I feel like this is like a one-game thing here.
It's not. The people using the Ohio State game against K9 are wrong.
Yes, I agree.
That's the problem. Aiden Hutchinson deserves to be in this conversation. He
But
played
so does K9.
his best game and set a record against Ohio State. In the biggest game of the year, when his team needed him most, he had 3 sacks and 15 quarterback pressures, the most ever recorded in history. You know what Bryce Young did when his team needed him against Georgia? He threw for 300 yards in the first half and 4 touchdowns. That's why he's there. Kenny Pickett, I think, is the sexy pick. People wanted him there.
Sexy.
But I think it should have been Kenneth Walker.
100%. 100%.
And then Stroud deserves to be there.
Yes.
He's putting up numbers that only Bryce Young is putting up. It's unbelievable. But no, I'm sorry. I don't know what people are watching. And then you want to compare Kenneth Walker to Monty Ball and Melvin Gordon? Who the hell did they play for? What program did they turn around? You guys are changing the goalposts here. Monty Ball and Melvin Gordon had better numbers than Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram. So did Kenneth Walker. And in Kenneth Walker, when his team needed him most, against Michigan, he ran for 5 touchdowns and almost 200 yards. He was held back against Youngstown State, where he could have ran for over 200 yards, and he would have been at 2,000 yards right now. So stop with the stats narrative. Who is the most valuable player to their teams, and how would they fare without him?
Yep.
Bryce Young carrying Alabama. Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan wins 7 games without him. Maybe. Kenneth Walker, Michigan State is not a 10-win football program. I can't believe he got snubbed, but I also can believe it. You guys want to talk about numbers off the charts with running backs? Do you know there are running backs every year that run for 2,400 yards in FCS and FBS schools? You know why they're not getting propped up? Because they're on 10-win football teams in respected conferences. Stop it. Stop it. Kenneth Walker transferred to a 2-5 football team and they went 10-2. Nobody saw it coming. It was an insane story. Stop it. Stop discrediting him. I don't get it. And stop trying to diminish his numbers. Oh, because he didn't do what Melvin Gordon did. Or what Monty Ball did. Melvin Gordon finished second in the Heisman, you ding-dings.
You ding-dings?
Second. He got his praise. Stop trying to take it away from Kenneth Walker. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
The media really don't respect Michigan State. And I don't like that at all. They earned respect this year. They win 10-2. They won big games on the road. They beat Penn State. They beat Nebraska. They beat Michigan. They were the only team in college football to beat Michigan. And he's not deserving of it? Kenny Pickett, who plays for Pitt? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Kennedy.
I don't get it. I was actually really upset about it last night, like I said.
I don't think it's fair. And these stats people, these analytics people, that's all they hold on to.
Yep.
They can't just watch the game and see who the impact players are.
Right.
And if you watched Michigan and Michigan State all year, Aiden Hutchinson and Kenneth Walker III jumped off your screen every single Saturday. We got to go to break.
I know, but I want to know, who is your Heisman frontrunner right now? You had to pick.
The clear winner and deserved winner is Bryce
Young. Okay, we're on the same page, and we're both on the same page about
I think
K9 should be
the
there.
Voting, in my opinion, which won't happen. The voting should be Bryce Young, Aiden Hutchinson, Kenneth Walker, C.J. Stroud.
I
in
agree.
that order.
I'm good with that. Give a little call to our old friend that's a Heisman voter. What the hell are you doing?
Pickett is just being pushed by national media because he's the guy. They want him to be the guy. That's it.
All right, you guys, we do have to go to break, which means we get to hear about our friends right here at Lady Jane's.
All right, guys, Lady Jane's, you know where it's at. Listen, we like football Sundays. We like the feel of a TV remote in the palm of our hand, and Lady Jane's gives that to you. Stop into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Walk in, sit down, and before you know it, your hair is game ready. Lady Jane's, they're open from 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. Guys, look. You're not going to get hair like this unless you go to Lady Jane's. You understand me? Hair like this.
Or eyebrows like these.
Or eyebrows like Kennedy's. It doesn't grow on a tree, guys. Now, you want to sit there and you want to tell me, Adam, we love your mustache, we love your hair? Prove it. Walk into Lady Jane's. They're wicked awesome.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Morning Woodward Show. You know it's Tuesday, which means we've got Top 10 Tuesday for you. Adam's got his top 10 teams. We'll see if they match up with mine. Adam, let's start at number 10.
Number 10, a team I've fallen in love with.
Hoomst.
And I think aren't getting the credit they deserve. They had a bye week this week. They have a bye week going into next week. Give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh.
Number 10 team. I
yeah,
love the
Soybean
Colts.
likes that one.
I love the way they play football. Offensive line, they have a winning formula. Michael Pittman turning into a number 1 wide receiver. And let's not sleep on the defense. They force turnovers. I'm all for it. Give me the Colts, number 10 this week in my power rankings.
Oh, okay.
Do I have your blessing, Kennedy?
In my head, I've got the Titans.
Titans are not in my top 10. Number 9, a team that won a
Colts
big
were
game.
in mine.
Well, sucks to be you. Number 9, the Los Angeles Chargers. Big win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Finally, a Brandon Staley defense decided to show up. They forced multiple turnovers. They looked really good in the game. A pick 6. When Justin Herbert throws for more touchdowns than he does interceptions, the Chargers are 6-0 this year. That's your winning formula. Don't turn the ball over. Commit or force turnovers, I should say, on the defensive side of the ball, and let Justin Herbert do what he does best. The Chargers, for me, number 9 this week.
You threw me off because at 9, I have the LA Rams. So I thought we were on the same page. Are the Rams out of your top 10 now, Adam?
The Rams are not out of my top 10.
All right.
Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, we were close.
Good comeback win, or I should say bounce back win against the Jaguars. Yes, it's the lowly Jaguars.
Right.
But you know what? They needed to put a game like that together.
Mhm.
And in the first half, they didn't look all that great. Third quarter, phenomenal. That's what you expect from this football team. Defense had a good game, again, yes, against a rookie quarterback in the Jaguars. So I'm only going to put them at 8. They're not going to skyrocket. They're not a top 5 team right now. They have a Monday Night Football matchup coming up against one of the best teams in football in the Arizona Cardinals. Talk about a divisional game. We're going to learn a lot about the Los Angeles Rams. We're either going to learn that, yeah, they can't beat good teams, or you know what, maybe we had it wrong about them. I can't wait for it.
All right. Who
Number
do you
7.
have 8? Or 7, sorry.
Number
Go
7.
for it. Sorry.
The quote-unquote America's team that I don't believe is
That's
America's
why I have
team.
at 7.
The Dallas Cowboys are number 7 for me. Good win this week. They deserve to be in the top 10. I have them
Agreed.
at 7 ahead of these teams just because they've been so inconsistent. Having said that, Dallas will get healthier. Amari Cooper will be coming back. He didn't play a full game on Thursday night. They have 10 days of rest now. I like Dallas going into the weekend. Give me Dallas, number 7.
I have Dallas at 7 as well. Who do you have at 6?
Number 6, a team that lost last night. But I
Ooh.
don't think it told the full story. I think the conditions played out in a way where it didn't benefit them. They are not a running team like the New England Patriots are. I think it worked against them. I have the Bills at number 6. I still believe in that roster. I love their D-line. I love their defense. They have Josh Allen. They have Stephon Diggs. I still think that's a damn good football team. Don't count them out. I have them at number 6. I don't know what kind of construction is going on
Sorry,
in the background.
everyone.
Don't ask me.
I have a team at number 6. Their offense still doesn't look great, but they are on a 5-game win streak, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. My number 6.
All right, well, number 5, speaking of which, the Kansas City Chiefs. Top 5 team. Defense has been really stepping up the last 4 weeks. They've looked damn good. Mahomes needs to take what's in front of him. They keep trying to hit these big plays. They need to dumb it down, get the offense rolling downfield. And by rolling the offense, getting it moving downfield, inch by inch, that's how you're going to set up the deep play. So for me, the Chiefs are a top 5 team this week. I'm all for them. Number 4, I don't think anybody can dispute this, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, I had the Pats.
Ooh. That's where you're mistaken, my friend.
Okay.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 4th best team. Look, Tom Brady, good win against Atlanta. They came out hot, had an odd second half, but they still won the game. Doesn't matter. What are they, 8-4 now, 9-4? They're a damn good football team. Expect the Patriots to continue to go about their ways, and it wouldn't surprise me if they're back in an NFC title game again.
So you had, wait, do that again.
I had
at
the
4?
Bucks I had the Chiefs at 5 and the Buccaneers at 4.
Okay, I had the Ravens at 5. Lamar
Ravens aren't in my
Jackson
top
has a
10.
career high for interceptions with 13, which stinks. I had him as an MVP frontrunner for a while. That is all a mess. So I've got the Baltimore Ravens at 5 and the Pats at 4. Who's your number 3, Adam?
Number 3 are the New England Patriots. Last night,
We have them flip-flopped.
Last night was a big middle finger to every team in the NFL that said they're
Yep.
in a rebuild for the last 3-4 years. Bill Belichick's unbelievable. Josh McDaniels is the best coordinator in the NFL. It is unbelievable the work they do in New England, the talent they surround themselves with, the fundamental play that they're able to translate week in and week out is a huge contributor to why they're successful. They're 9-4, top of their division. Who would have thought? Give me the Patriots. I believe the 3rd best team in football.
For me, number 3 was the Bucks. So Adam and I had them flip-flopped. Tom Brady is leading the NFL in passing attempts, completions, passing yards, and passing touchdowns with 34. So, I mean, at age 44, he could win MVP still.
I think he's the MVP frontrunner.
I like that. I mean, you can't go against the GOAT. You can't anymore. All right, number 2, Adam. I feel like we'll have the same number 2. Someone that Maz called.
No, number 2 for me is the Arizona Cardinals. I like Arizona's defense. Kyler Murray came back, was efficient. They didn't ask him to do much. They didn't have to. It was the Bears. I'm going to learn a lot about the Cardinals this week at home against the Rams. That's going to be my X Factor game for them. That's where I'm going to really take them seriously. Not that I'm not, but look, I want to see them play one more time before I'm all in saying they're the best team in football.
Yeah.
Having said that, I think the best team in football right now is the Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
They're finding ways to win football games. They're missing Zadarius Smith. They're missing their best cornerback in Alexander. Like, guys, this is the best football team. They're playing good defense. A.J. Dillon's been a bright spot. They're coming off a bye week. Watch out for the Packers. I think they're going to run the table. They're the best team in the NFC, and I think the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, for me, I have the Packers at 2 and the Cardinals at 1. Just based on record for right now, I think it's hard to say which of the 2 are better. Like Adam said, we will have to see that one play out.
Well, I mean, the Packers did play the Cardinals with none of their core wide receivers and still won that football game. So, look, I just think the Packers right now, Aaron Rodgers is playing at an MVP-type level.
Totally.
I think they're one of the best coached teams in the NFL outside of maybe New England and Arizona. So Matt LaFleur's got that going right now. The defense is stepping up. The front office has done a hell of a job in getting talent in the room. I'm all for the Green Bay Packers right now.
Joey comes in with an interesting stat. Tom Brady also leads the lead in fewest sacks.
Yeah,
He's
no, the Bucs have an unreal offensive line.
That does
help.
help.
And it's young. They took a tackle in the first round last year. They won the Super Bowl. And then they have 2 rookies returning because of COVID. I mean, Buccaneers have a damn good squad.
Definitely. All right. I do want to get into something that I want to get your thoughts on, which is totally a 180 here. I'm going NBA. It's been reported that Damian Lillard wants to go to the 76ers and play with Ben Simmons. Do you have any thoughts on that, Adam?
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he want to play with Ben Simmons?
That was my initial thought as well.
I mean, how are you going to get Damian Lillard in the door? You're going to have to trade Joel Embiid, I'd imagine, right? And he's their best player right now.
Right.
So I'm not sure how swapping Embiid for Lillard makes sense. If he swapped Simmons for Lillard, I'd be all for it if I'm a Sixers fan. And then you turn into Eastern Conference contenders right away. I'm all for that. Give me Embiid and Damian Lillard. Don't give me Lillard and Ben Simmons. What the hell is Ben going to do? He's a ball handler and a good defender who can facilitate and grab rebounds. He can't shoot. And when he drives to the paint, if he gets fouled, he can't shoot from the free throw line. I don't understand that move. I hope that's not true.
Well, Lillard is in the midst of his worst individual season. Scoring average down to 21.5 points per game, his lowest since 2013. He's got 39.7 in the field goal percentage, and that is the worst of his career. So, not sure if that's going to be great for them if they decide to go that route. What do you think, Adam?
I don't like it. I'm trying to find this where this news broke, but I don't
Sports
get the story.
Illustrated.
I don't get the story. Ben Simmons trade rumors. I think this trade has to involve Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
You can't trade Joel Embiid. You lose the foundation of that basketball team. If they trade for if they trade Embiid for Lillard, they become a 30-40 win team maybe. They trade Ben Simmons for Lillard, they're a 55 win team. And they're going to be a problem in the playoffs. I think they can do significant damage with that roster and Damian Lillard. So, I don't like the trade. I don't like it if it means they're going to play together. I think what they're trying to say in that article is they're going to trade Ben Simmons for Damian Lillard, and I'm all for that trade.
All right. Well, if that does happen, you'll need some gypsy vodka to be sipping on. Will you tell me about it, Adam?
All right, guys, listen. When you're a person like me and you got to make tough fantasy choices every single weekend, you need something to help you get by, all right? Now, hear me out. When you're like me and you got to start Aaron Jones coming off an injury, and you know A.J. Dillon's going to play, but you don't really have an option, and you got to choose between him and Rex Burkhead, that's how you know you're effed. But you know what? Who cares? Because you got Cooper Kupp, and you got George Kittle, and they put up 71 points together this weekend. So I didn't have to get totally shit-faced. So I'll take it. All right? Having said that, I'm not a fan of any kind of vodka. Only Gypsy vodka. And I'll tell you why. Because when I have to make these kind of tough decisions, like who am I starting at my flex this week, you're damn right I'm sipping on Gypsy vodka going into that decision. And it's helping my decision. And that's why I am top of the Woodward Sports Fantasy League at 10-3. And why I've clinched playoffs in my other league. So middle fingers to everybody. I'm going to keep sipping on my Gypsy vodka. And I'm not going to do it responsibly. You do it responsibly. I'm not. Fair?
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. One mortgage myth we hear all the time is having to choose between a 15 or a 30-year fixed term. At Hall Financial, we offer the modern mortgage to create a flexible term that fits your unique financial situation. Our team of mortgage experts are available 7 days a week to review your goals and customize a solution for you. Get started today with a free 5-minute mortgage review at 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Welcome, everyone, back to the Morning Woodward Show. Thanks for... Whoa. I sipped on the Gypsy vodka. No, just kidding. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on your busy Tuesday. We got to get into some Dan Campbell talk. I know it can be painful, but here we go. Once again, Dan Campbell has hurt his team despite the win. Dan Campbell said if he had one play to do over from Sunday, it would have been the 3rd and 2 play before the late 4th and 1 incompletion. He said, I wish that I'd given a better play to Jamal Williams there and we wouldn't even be sitting at a 4th and 1. Your thoughts, Adam?
Look, they won the football game.
Yes, they did.
I don't think it's the week to criticize in-game coaching decisions, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
They got the monkey off their back. They're not playing with immense pressure anymore. And I think that's going to open up play calling and I think give them a clearer head going into week to week, especially in these upcoming games. Was it a bad call? Look, I don't care at this point. I don't. He's proven he's not a play caller. So me sitting up here for the next 4 weeks and telling you that isn't giving you anything. I'm not helping you. I'm not giving you anything of substance or something that you take home like, oh, okay, like that makes sense. No, it's pretty clear he's not a good play caller. Okay, move on. Hey, Dan, do you regret anything? I think there's every coach regrets a decision in game. He just so happens to regret more often. So I have an update on the Wildcat Lake Central High.
Hit me with it.
It was a false alarm.
Thank God.
But they are doing a secondary search, trying to see if it was a fabricated incident to try and get the day off of school.
Okay.
So
Still
thankfully, stupid. But I mean, look, how fun is that as a parent? I send my kid to high
have
school,
a freaking heart
and I
attack.
gotta get a phone call saying, "Hey, we're in the lockdown right now. Potential shots fired." Like, what the hell? No, what is that? I really feel
Listen,
for these
there's
people.
been like kids calling in, leaving notes and stuff everywhere around the state and even out of state after Oxford. This is not the time. This stuff has to be taken seriously, and these kids understand that they right now we have to take this very, very seriously, and that they will get the day off. You guys are risking like jail time to send these fake threats. Like, that's a very serious thing to do. It's not worth a day off of school to make. I'm pretty sure, isn't that like
I
a
mean,
form
I used
of
to look forward to snow days, but
Well,
with
that's
climate
completely
change,
different,
you don't
yes.
get that anymore. But
climate change?
I mean,
It
that's just
doesn't
the truth.
exist anymore.
I mean, you used to book when I was a kid. You booked it 3-4 snow days. A
Oh,
year,
yeah.
minimum.
You still get snow days for climate change,
And,
dingbat.
fog
If
days.
anything,
Fog
it's higher.
days were lit,
Icy.
too.
No, I mean it's not like 8-10 inches of snow where you knew you were staying home. You'd go outside with your friends. You'd all get sick, and then you'd miss another 3-5 days of school. I mean, that was the life.
You do realize, if anything, climate change is making there be more snowfall. You realize that, right?
No, there's less snowfall year to year, Fish.
Climate change.
That's kind of a lie, but I'll take your word
It's
for
not.
it.
No.
It's not, Fish.
I've done research.
It snows less
He's
in
done
Michigan
research.
year to year. What are you talking about, Fish?
Anyway.
Okay, I will fact check that.
Fish,
You guys.
It's December 7th.
Okay.
Have you looked
The
outside?
peak of snow doesn't happen until January, February. You do not know research and science and weather.
You do not know research, Adam,
Fish,
you
I knew growing
dingbat.
up as a kid, it started snowing in November here in Michigan.
Okay,
it used to
it
snow
did
on
last year.
Halloween, like, for
Yeah.
years
Or
straight.
2
It was
years ago.
horrendous. I hated it as a kid.
So you tell me, Fish, that nothing's happening.
2 years ago, November 11th, had like 10
Anyway.
inches of snow.
You guys, seriously, knock it off when it comes to these fake threats. I'm pretty sure that's like terrorism, right? Doesn't it?
I think there
They
needs
can
to
charge
be...
them as
You
that.
guys are gonna end up at what's it called? The kids jail in Oakland
Juvenile?
County.
Look, I think there needs to be real punishment for threats made on social media. If you make a post saying some dumb shit like this, I'm sorry, that should be an automatic expulsion
I
from
agree.
the county, from public schools.
I agree.
I'm sorry. I don't care. Because out of every 10 false threats, what if one of them's real?
Mm-hmm.
Then what? Oh, we didn't take it seriously because the other 9 we got didn't pan out?
Yeah.
That's not fair to police officers, and it's not fair to the other students.
And it's not fair to parents who are having
No.
heart attacks, and it's just no, knock it off.
So
I literally
stop with
beg.
the threats.
If you don't want to go to school, go into your mom's room like I used to. Tell her you have a stomach ache when you don't.
Dude,
Tell her
the
I used to
easiest
just
way-
walk in and be like,
the
"Mom, I threw
easiest
up," and I
way-
didn't.
Easiest way to get out of class.
Just
No-
tell someone you threw up.
Like, literally lay down in bed because you're actually tired and you can pull it off and be like, Mom, I don't feel good.
I
And,
used
like,
to do
this
that
weird
all the
voice,
time.
grainy voice.
Mom.
Oh, honey, what's wrong? And she'll, like, put her hand on your head. But what you do is, a minute before she walks in, you keep the
Heat
blanket
yourself
over you
up.
so you heat yourself
Yep.
up.
Yeah, I
She's
used
like,
to do
oh,
that
honey,
too.
are you okay? He's like, no,
I have
Mom,
a
I don't
fever.
feel good right now. And then you don't have to go to school and you don't have to kill anybody, dingbat.
Agreed. I agree.
Jesus Christ.
You realize they want attention, though.
Listen, this is why sometimes you need dictatorships.
Oh,
Some
God.
of these kids
Oh,
need to be
boy.
handled correctly. And it's not just by a beating. I'm talking Stalin, Hitler style.
You stop.
Adam, you do realize
stop.
that they want attention, right? Like, that's the
Good.
reason why they
can
would...
get attention lining up in a square and getting shot by a bunch of soldiers. How
Okay.
about that?
Well, I'm just telling you, that's why the kid... Because you could do that sick thing where you say, I've probably done that before in my lifetime, but they're...
Fish, you've
they
lied.
want to... yeah, probably.
Good job, Fish.
I probably have done
I'm proud
that
of
when
you.
I was young. But yeah, they just want attention. That's why they're doing these fake... I mean, they've had like 50 false alarms in the past
Parents,
week.
please just love your kids. You know?
No, stop over-loving and protecting
No,
your kids.
that's-
Start disciplining them
That
and
don't-
teach them what life
you
is
do
really
realize
about.
that could be
Well,
the
that's
problem.
part of loving your
and
kids
teach them
is
that life,
disciplining
one,
them.
is not fair.
True.
And that, two, there are going to be people that like you. There are going to be people that like you and don't like you. Get over it. Not everybody has to be your friends. And if people bully you, give them crap right back. Or
Yeah.
just
God.
defend yourself and get it out of the way.
Yep.
Stop being a little shit about it.
That seems
Or just tattle.
smart.
I'm all for tattling if someone's being mean to you. Like
Listen,
actual
you want to
bullying.
stop getting bullied?
Tattle.
Punch somebody in the face.
Or that. Or
Nobody's going to bully you after.
Okay, look at me. Do I look like someone that I can
Fish,
punch in the face?
You don't need to beat anybody up. You need to send a statement. Like, if you're going to bully me, I'm going to swing back.
Yeah.
And that's going to discourage about 95% of the bullies. Stop it.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
I gave this advice to my little brother, and it worked. When he was in elementary school,
Really?
he was getting picked on.
Wow.
And one day, kid put his hands on him, grabbed him by the shoulder, and my brother gave him a nice little uppercut.
Nice.
Clap
And
that for Adam and Buddy.
Nobody has touched him or talked to him since.
Good.
Wow. That's
It's
good
so
for you.
simple. Somebody talks stuff to you and is bullying you, and give them a nice 1-2. And nobody will do it after. It's that simple. Not you do this peer mediation crap where you sit them down. Hey, Timmy, apologize for the
makes it
words that
worse.
you said to John. And then John's sitting there embarrassed because not only did this guy in front of him humiliate him, now you're making him apologize where he's going to go back after and tell all his friends how much of a sissy John is because, oh, he got me in peer mediation. What a wuss. What a
Yeah.
wuss. You just make it worse on these kids.
Listen, when I was in 4th grade, I was really fat. And I was very angry because I was not an attractive child. And I was the bully. So just flip it.
I would have punched you in the face in high school.
I wasn't in high school. I was in
100%.
4th grade.
100%.
Listen to
I
the
was
story,
nice in high
Adam.
school, but in middle school or a little younger, I was very, very mean. So
If you get bullied, punch somebody in the face.
Yeah,
your
if
life
someone
will
would
be
have
so
just
much easier.
lit me up, then I probably would have stopped. It's true. It's just.
I don't think parents appreciate you saying, "Oh, if you get bullied, just punch him in the face."
I think they do. I don't think a parent would ever be mad. If this is the
School
thing, though,
principal
it's
would be
different.
mad.
Because my mom
Get
is
your
a
ass
principal.
expelled.
My mom is a principal. And this is her thing. A kid being mean to you one time is not you being bullied. It needs to be like a repetitive thing. That's bullying. And that's where things get rocky because people be like, oh, they're bullying me, but they said something one time.
You know what principals need to do?
Oh, God.
They need to encourage people getting punched in the face
I
when
will
you
let
bully
my mother
somebody.
know.
And when you do that, and let your mother know. And when that student hits back at the bully, you don't suspend him and send him home. You send him to class with a freaking box of cupcakes and you celebrate him. You don't sit there and suspend him because he's getting picked on and he defends himself. Enough of this nonsense. Grow up.
How does that make him grow up if you're getting punched in the face?
Because
and you're
the bully
celebrating
learns a
people
lesson
punching
to
in the
shut
face.
the hell up and stop bullying kids. And then people who do bully that kid say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't bully him. He's probably going to punch us in the face. And they have somewhat respect for that kid.
My dad must be watching. He just texted me and said, you were a bully, and that's why Lady Gaga had to call you out. Horrendous. What?
Give me the backstory to this.
Oh, okay. I will give you guys a backstory. So, my dad's off on this one, though, by the way. Oh. Lady Gaga and I have very personal beef.
Oh, boy.
If you listen to the Drew and Mike podcast, I'm sure you already know this. But when I was in 6th grade, I was out of my bully phase. I was at a different school. There was this girl. Her name was, we'll call her
Diana.
Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann was just horrendous. Okay, she, if anything, was a bully, but she was also a theater kid. And she made up this very elaborate story, wrote a letter, and sent it into Oprah, saying that me and all of my friends would squat up and beat her up in the bathroom. And this is not true. This is literally not true. So Raggedy Ann got to go on Oprah, meet Lady Gaga, go on the Born This Way tour, all because she got bullied by me and my friends, which was complete BS. And my mother was a teacher at the school at the time, and she knows for a fact that this did not happen. But we all had to sit back at home in Toledo and watch this Oprah episode where this girl goes on and gets to meet Lady Gaga and gets to go on tour with her, all because she was bullied, and she literally wasn't. She was the meanest girl.
How did
she literally finessed the system so hard, and then I have Lady Gaga and Oprah on TV shading me in the 6th grade.
How did she even get on Oprah? She just had to send a message saying
she
she was
sent a letter saying that
I think that's awesome.
No, listen. She
That's
sent a
messed
letter
up.
saying that my friends and I made a hate book where we drew pictures of us beating her up and like wrote all these mean things. None of this was true. There was no book. There was no burn book. Like, okay, she must have just watched Mean Girls for the first time and said, I'm going to say that this happened to me. Get on Oprah and meet Lady Gaga. It still makes me mad to this day because that girl, she now has a whole anti-bullying foundation and all this bull crap where she's probably just funneling money because this never happened to her.
Right in her pockets.
It's the wildest story.
I don't know whether to laugh or like somewhat talk about this. I don't know.
Literally, Raggedy Ann, F you, because you just finessed some of the most famous people on this planet.
Now I know why Oprah doesn't have a TV show anymore.
She's got a whole network.
I know she has a network, but she's not on TV anymore.
She's doing fine.
She has a
but anyway,
network,
that
but
really pisses me off.
her
Thanks,
TV
Dad, for
show.
that. Anyway, let's get back to Dan
So
Campbell
somebody
for a
hurt
second.
you when you were a kid?
No, this hurt me so bad. I was so mad because, listen, if anyone likes attention, it's me.
You want to hear something embarrassing?
And this girl got
You
it.
know who doesn't like attention?
Who?
Adam Badu?
Little me as a kid.
Aww.
And I was, I was bullied in elementary school, but, I was like one of the smarter kids. And
you
the
nerd.
5th grade teacher at the time
Kill him with kindness.
was like, dude, like she was in love with me. Like I was her favorite
Oh, God.
student, like ever. So this lady, keep in mind, none of the kids like me.
Like love or just like...
No, Fish, you know what I mean.
Okay, got it. I didn't
So
know.
the point is, this lady, knowing that the whole entire class hates me, decides to make me the 5th grade speaker at graduation.
Oof.
And it was the most awkward thing in the world.
But now look at you. You're such a good speaker.
Yeah, whatever.
Clap it up for Adam, everybody.
My dad's in the chat saying, I believe Lady Gaga. Goodbye.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, it wouldn't blow my mind if it's actually true and you did
not
bully
true.
her. You threaten half the people in the back at the company. You know how many times we have to discipline you every week? Go tell everybody who's watching at home
Hey, you're not
what we
supposed
have
to
to
be
do in the
sharing
back
stuff
because
in
of
the
the
back.
problems you cause.
That's so not true.
All right, yeah.
Fish
Just like
causes more problems than I do.
That is very true.
Alex Mayer
Oh,
called
boy.
me last
We're
night.
blasting people now.
Alex Mayer called me last night. You guys, Fish is a very dramatic human being. And Mayer called me last night
That
and
is
was
very
like,
true.
Fish has just been so dramatic lately, Kennedy, and it's your fault.
it is your fault. Yesterday, there's like this huge text message chain I get
Oh,
about
well, then
some
I'm
drama
blasting
going
you.
on.
I'm blasting you.
And then all of a sudden, I have like no idea what's going on because people ask me like, "Hey, what's happening?" And I said, "I'm assuming it's going to be this guy covering." And then like I didn't say like, "Hey, I told this person and that person that they're covering," and then they didn't know. Like it was unbelievable. And then I get this huge text chain of, "Hey, like what's going on? Miscommunication." I'm, what the hell are you guys talking about? I was out all last week. I didn't talk to a single employee. You guys make the schedule. You should know what the hell is going on. And it was this whole charade and circus.
And it was orchestrated by Fish.
And it was orchestrated by this dingbat.
Yes,
Mute
it
your
was.
mic. You are not allowed to talk. We got to go to break. We'll talk after the break, Mr. Fish. Go to break, Kennedy.
All right, you guys, we do have to go to break, which means we have Mailbag coming up next. So make sure you guys drop in your
Get
questions.
your damn questions ready.
For Fish and how dramatic he is. I'm sure he'll give you a great story, which means I need to tell you about the Lions taking on the Broncos. Woodward Sports will be hosting a live pregame with Jose Cuervo at the Tin Roof in downtown Detroit. Is that accurate?
Accurate?
Is that accurate?
No, you're on your game today, Kennedy.
No, it's going to be O'Toole's. Did
Okay,
put Tin
thank
Roof?
you.
It's gonna
From
be
2 to
O'Toole's.
4 p.m. with Braylon Edwards, Neil Rule, Jade from Riff, and more. They will be hosting the pregame live on Woodward Sports and 101.1 The Riff. Then, of course, we've got the postgame on Woodward Sports with Jim Beam and Stickin' Anson at the 2-minute warning of every single Lions game at the Brass Rail on Adams and Woodward, starting the live stream right at the 2-minute warning of every single game. Sawyer will be there as well. There will be DJs, drinks, and a Woodward VIP section. So make sure you go hang out with them. All right, we will see you guys after the break.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Morning Woodward Show. One of the crazier episodes I think we've ever had. But you guys know what? It is time for Mailbag. So if you have any questions, please let us know. I've got a lot of Raggedy Ann questions I'm going to ignore.
And we're going to start with Kennedy and Fish. Are you guys secretly dating?
No.
Fish?
Fish?
Answer yourself.
No.
All right.
Is that good?
Not secretly. Everyone knows.
Is it publicly?
No, Fish and I hang out all the time, though. And we talk all the time, which is why Mayor thinks his drama is my fault.
And you're going to have to answer honestly.
Okay.
And if you don't answer honestly, your job may be at risk.
Oh, God.
Ouch.
Who do you least like in the building? We'll start with Sawyer.
Ooh, oh, boy.
Yeah. Who do you least get along with?
Oh, wow. Wait, who are the options?
What do you mean? Who are the options? The options of the company.
Everyone. The options are endless. It's in the
Who
building.
I least get along with.
Who do you least get along with? You don't talk to them. It doesn't have to mean they're a horrible person.
Do you want an honest answer
Yes.
right now?
Yes, he wants an honest answer. Oh, God.
Come on, let's hear it.
I don't know, man.
There's going to be some good
Sawyer's
content.
just so easy.
Me and Easy have had some differences in the past. I mean,
ouch.
Well, there were some things with Woodward Bets that I didn't like, and I called him out on it, and he was like,
We are getting dramatic in here.
Wow. This is a great show.
I don't know. I mean,
This is a great show today.
Adam, you got to have your answer, though.
It's hard.
Can't just
Sometimes
cop
I
out.
struggle. Like, Joey's sometimes hard to get, like, talk to.
Yep.
Sometimes, but, I mean, we work it out. You got to be professional,
Who's
right?
the OG of the network?
OG of the network? I'd probably say you, because you brought me on. First
Hell
person
yeah.
I met. But
What?
I think
Adam brought you on?
Adam did the best last night. The key
This
word
crowd,
is
I brought Sawyer
professionalism.
here.
I guess, yeah, Kennedy did bring me here, but
She
I
was
met
a recommendation.
Adam first. Yeah,
I didn't have
met
to hire
Adam
him.
first.
Hey, watch it.
Okay, whatever. You tell me all the time. The best thing you've ever done for this network is bring on Sawyer.
Recommend Sawyer, not bring him on.
Keyword, professionalism.
Me and Sawyer get along just fine. Fish,
That was shady.
Who do you get along with the least, and who is the OG of the network?
Oh God, Mayor's in the chat. Be careful.
Who do I least get along with?
We already know Fish's answer.
Just say it's Joy Fish. I already know your
okay.
answer.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's the answer. Joy Bell. It's probably the easiest answer.
All right,
to
who's
give.
the OG of the network in your opinion?
Oh wow.
Favorite person.
Favorite
Wouldn't work
person.
here without him.
All right, Kennedy Broadwell.
Fish's favorite. This is the best day of my whole life.
I've never felt so
Let's
betrayed in my life.
go.
Fish.
Yes, sir.
Fish, you came to me a year ago in December.
I did. Today, by the way.
We
Today's
sat
1
down
year.
together.
Yeah, I know.
You interviewed to be an intern here.
Yeah.
You work here full time now, buddy.
I know.
I thought what we had was special.
We do.
No, it's not special.
Well,
Not
it
as
is.
special as me, bitch.
All right, Kennedy. Who do you least like, and who's the OG?
I least like.
Oh boy.
I'm scared to say it. I least like. Actually, I don't actually dislike anyone anymore.
Anymore? Oh boy.
All right. Go with your political answer.
Yeah,
That's fine. Who's the
political
OG then?
The OG is you, obviously.
Damn right.
Well, actually,
People think I'm like
Listen.
some criminal behind the scenes.
I
by the
will
way.
tell everyone very open and honestly. When I started here, I was afraid of Adam. I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I do not want to work with him. I was so afraid. Adam is a different Adam now. When I first started here, Adam was training our old friend Art how to be a TD. And he was so mean to him. He'd be like, Art,
It's
you
called
stupid bitch.
good Sawyer, I trained you as well. Sawyer?
He did.
What is it called? Good training.
Going to school?
No. He would be screaming at Art. Art was learning, and if Art messed something up, Adam would come for him so hard. And I was like, I just do not want him to have to train me on anything. I am so afraid of this man. But now he's one of my best friends. And he's never yelled at me. So that's why.
Listen, I only yell at you when you deserve it. And if you do a good job, and you aren't causing any problems for the company or anybody around you.
People are saying, oh my God, Kennedy hates Pilar. No. I loved Pilar. She came in, she did her thing, she said hello to everyone. Pilar was great.
All right, well, that's awesome. All right, do we have any mailbags in the chat?
Everyone's just, oh my gosh, everyone's like, yes, you can Google and find the Oprah episode, everyone.
Oh,
Jeez
boy.
Louise.
Ooh-wee.
I'm going to get canceled.
It's okay. We'll
Okay,
be
if you
fine.
guys watch it, you'll see why she...
All right, I need some questions, guys, before we go. We have 4 minutes, so let's try to wrap this up in a good way. Any questions you have from anything we discussed throughout the show?
AC says, do you think the NCAA needs 1 million bowl games? Hashtag mailbag.
I love the bowl games. Don't take
How
that
many are
away.
there?
I think
There's
the
a
bowl
lot.
games are just
There's like
tradition.
45, I think.
And it's a good
45?
way for some of these smaller schools to make money. I don't hate it.
Jenna says, Kennedy, what's Raggedy Ann doing now? You know what? I haven't kept up with her in a while, but I think she got married to a military man quite early. And I think she lives in like Florida or something.
Makes sense.
The last that I've seen on Facebook. And that just proves I didn't bully her because we're still friends on Facebook.
Yep.
So, explain that, Raggedy Ann. What is with WSN personalities and their parents on air? You know what? Mike just doesn't leave me alone.
Listen. My mom called me during the show. I don't know what you guys expect from me. Because if I don't answer, that's about another half hour to an hour of her
No
thinking, oh my
kidding.
God, is something wrong?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Okay, you have a text. Just say, hi, Mom. I'm doing
Fish,
great.
I am a professional. I don't use my phone during the show. All right, damn it. Get your stuff together.
I will.
Now
we should
people are really
all
stirring up
conspire to
old
cancel
stuff.
Kennedy. I think that's the
No,
play
don't
here.
cancel Kennedy. That'll make me sad.
You know what?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Adam,
Oh,
you
no.
just think of the best stuff.
No.
Everybody in the chat, I need a poll.
God.
Get ready to put down a poll in there.
I can't because I'm not on the Wood. I got kicked off the Woodward Sports
Okay,
one.
no, we'll get you access after.
Wow.
Okay.
Everybody at home.
Oh, no.
Everybody at home.
Ooh-wee.
Who wants to see Adam himself interview Raggedy Ann on this show?
No!
Live in person.
What?
Yeah,
You're gonna
no-
fly her in from
That's
I'm
Florida?
gonna fly her
No,
in
it's
on
a
my
VMix.
dime,
Oh,
and I'm gonna
boy.
interview her.
Not even VMix in studio?
No, I'm gonna fly her in person, and I'm gonna have her sit right next to me.
And Kennedy needs to be in studio.
Kennedy will damn right be in studio.
I'll throw up before that happens. I'll throw up on this chair. That's not happening.
There's one mailbag question I want to answer by Correct Fox. Adam, have you ever beaten up a bully? Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured you
That's
would.
when it stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bullied all of elementary, all of middle school, and then in 7th grade, I just got like sick of it. And it was so random. Like some kid just walked up to me and like started grabbing my hands and like pinned me against the wall.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this today, and I beat the living hell out of him. And nobody messed with me after.
Good for you.
And then then I became the starting quarterback, and that kind of helped change my.
That'll do it.
I became popular.
You guys. This chat. Jenna and Tammy are on my side.
Why
with
are
the
you
nose.
guys saying no to this?
Because they know that's stupid.
This is the interview of the year. Oprah Winfrey couldn't pull Raggedy Ann right now if she wanted to. Get out of here. I'm going to find her. Raggedy Ann interview Oprah. I'm going to find the video. I'm going to reach out to this lady, and I want to interview and find out about her story.
I'm going to have a fever and feel very ill that day if that happens.
I'm not going to tell you when it's happening. She's just going to show up.
That would be actually demonic.
All right, we got to go.
We do have to go.
We
It
gotta
is
wrap
10.
It up. Thank you guys. That was a great show.
Yeah, this was fun. This was a little off the wall, but it's okay. We will see you guys right back here tomorrow for Would You Rather Wednesday and all the other fun things that we do on Wednesday. We've got Big D Energy coming up next, so you'll get more of Sawyer. Thank goodness. And we will see you right back here tomorrow. This is Woodward Sports.